for les adjectifs possessifs, possessive adjectives. I think it's a little, they are technically adjectives and they are technically expressing possession, but it can be a little misleading because they look like pronouns. Okay, so we learned last week how to say me and you and we or us instead of them. Now we're learning how to say the versions of those that express ownership. So to say my in French, we either use mon, ma, or mes. To say your, something that belongs to you, we use either ton, ta, tes. His or hers, son, sa, ses. Our, notre, nos. Your, plural or formal, votre, vos. So we do not pronounce the s's here. And something that belongs to them or their would be leur. All right, so the key, this is difficult for American students because we have one word, my, your, his, hers, our, your, their. In French, there's 3 different options. And when to know when to use which one depends on the gender and the number of the possession. Okay, so if we're talking about my brother, I would say mon frère. My sister, ma sœur. It's mon. I choose the mon option. Of these 3 options, I choose mon because frère is singular and it's masculine. When I'm talking about sœur, my choice I make out of these 3 options is ma because sœur is feminine and singular. When I'm talking about my parents, it's plural. Masculine or feminine, it's plural. So I use mes parents. For yeah, actually I'll stop there. So that's the idea of that one. Same thing with your. Uncle is masculine and singular. So I make the choice that out of these 3 choices, I choose the masculine singular one, which is, ton. Tante, cousin, aunt, I use ta because it's feminine and singular. Cousin, it's plural, so I use te. For his and hers in French, we use one of the 3 options, and it doesn't have to do with whether we're talking about it being his or it being hers. We're talking about whether the object, the possession, is masculine or feminine. So that's maybe a little flip from how we see things in English. So père is masculine and singular, so we say son père. Sa mère, because she is mother is feminine and singular, and then grand-parent is plural, so I use ses. I'm not sure why I repeated these examples, but there you go. You can focus on the top 3 lines there. Now the key thing to remember here, okay, well part 1 is there's 3 options for each possessive English version. In English we say my, in French we either use mon, ma, or mes. In English we say your, we either use in French either ton, ta, or te. That's part 1. Part 2 is to remember that when to use which possessive adjective, it depends on the gender and number of the possession, not the possessor. So it doesn't matter whether I am a girl or I am a boy. If I own a bike, it's son vélo. Or it would be mon vélo with the example I was just giving, because vélo is masculine. Let's look at my examples here. So Frédéric and Sophie own the following things. It's his, hers, bike, and it's son every time, even though she's a girl, even though he's a boy, because vélo is masculine and singular. Same with radio. I would say it's his, hers, radio. Sa radio. Even though she's a girl, he's a boy, radio is feminine, and that's why I choose sa. Livre well, it doesn't matter. It's a plural, so I use say. despite the fact that they're singular, despite the fact that she's feminine and he's masculine. It, the thing that matters is that livre is plural. So I choose the option c'est. Okay, so the two important things to remember are part one is remember the three options for my, three options for your, three options for his, hers, three options for our, three options for your, three options for their. Part two to remember is that when you choose which one does not have to do with who owns it. Doesn't matter that Frederick's a boy, doesn't matter that Sophie's a girl. What matters is that the thing that they own is masculine or feminine or plural.